Whoa, what's happening there in the middle? That's awesome! Today I want to go over some new things in creative mode. A couple of days ago, creative mode added these brand new prefabs, and I want to look through all of them at the new items and if there's anything really cool that's going to help you in your maps. I think it's really important to always look through all the prefabs. There might be something really cool and unique that's going to help you in your builds. Okay, let's check it out. So this is one of the first new actual prefabs that they gave us. Now, it's interesting that it's got the basement underneath. So when you're throwing it out, know that you're gonna have a basement there where there's this like little energy thing underneath this purple goo, the slurp juice. So you gotta be careful when you're throwing that out, or if you're gonna build terrain around it. If you're just gonna use straight up the prefab, you gotta know that there's the basement there. Okay, so that's that building. Let's check out the next one. Right there's, that's really cool. Nothing too crazy on this. I think we're gonna look through the actual galleries in a second to kind of, you know, see what the actual items are in all of these prefabs. So let's look through the galleries now that we've looked at the actual building prefabs. I rarely actually use the prefabs unless there is a specific item I'm looking for in those prefabs that isn't in the galleries, but I think most of the things are in the galleries these days, with a few minor exceptions. So here's one thing of note. So these are the prefabs of the different like color blocks and things, but something that's really interesting here is that the green and I believe it was the blue have the numbers 4 and 5 on these walls, but the purple and orange ones have 2 and 3. So if you ever need to have like the numbers on the walls like this, so like the 4 or 5, you have to use blue or green, but if you want the 2 or 3, you have to use orange or purple to use those numbers. And unfortunately, there's no like 1. I wish there was like a 1. It might be a fun way to number levels or something. I really like these cool new doors. They look really awesome. So one thing I like to do when I find something cool, I like to blow it up. Giant door. Dude, I love giant doors. I also do love that they have now these colored metal like flooring and stairs, because you can have each of the colors, so which are great to distinguish between areas on your maps, that kind of thing. So I think that's a really cool new addition. And honestly, there's just a lot of really good cement walls in these prefabs that we haven't really had before. So I'm excited. These are just really good basic blocks to use in any map that you're trying to make it look a little bit more industrial. All right, let's move on to some of the more interesting stuff here. We've got a bunch of new pipes, which is always good. The pipes are always awesome to work with. Okay, I'm excited about this gallery here. Yeah, we've got some pipes. We don't really care about those too much. This is a cool little item here, but you would need it for a very specific thing. You might be able to use it for some cool extra design as well. One thing I like to do when I'm looking at a new piece is to see like what all of the angles look like, because you never know if you're gonna use something to add decor. Like even like the top down view of this is kind of cool. You never know if you're gonna like put that in a wall or something. Here, let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. So let's grab like a plain blank wall. This one looks good right here. I'm gonna blow it up to be really big. Okay, now we're gonna grab this and I'm gonna rotate it so that it's, you know, facing outward from the wall like that. Okay, so already you kind of start to see maybe this would be cool. You know, it looks kind of like a wheel if I wanted to use it for a wheel for something, or it's just a cool addition like to make something look a little bit more industrial. Let's push it in just a little farther. Okay, so even there, that makes it look like that's an additional looking thing if you're trying to make your wall or your room look more industrial or more technical. You know, you got a pipe coming into this other device kind of things. So I always like to look at the different, you know, angles of things to see how it can add to, you know, the design of a room. Okay, next I want to check out this really cool new Slurp prefab thing. One thing I always like to do is look at like what it looks like inside the water, because you never know how you're going to use it, because you never know what it's going to look like. And I have a suspicion this one's going to look pretty cool inside. Let's see. The outside looks awesome. That's like a cool looking wall you could have in a room, because you could place like an invisible barrier there and have it be that purplish, you know, glowing wall, which could be cool. And then inside, dude, check this out! The the inside looks so legit. Wait, I actually kind of want to raise this up a little bit and see what the floor looks like. Oh, so you might be able to use that some way to make it look like you've entered like a different dimension or something. That just looks really cool inside. Okay, these two pieces I'm pretty excited about because, I mean, this is a huge piece, but I always like to see what it looks like when you blow it all the way up. So let's resize this so it's as big as it can go. Holy cow, this is huge. All right, let's see what it looks like. We're gonna just place it down and oh my gosh, guys, just right in the middle of this is massive. Ooh, I got an idea. Let's rotate this so that the tops are connected. So that looks pretty awesome, guys. Honestly, I bet you could put some windows or something on that just to make it look like a really cool, tall building and make something out of it. Because this is just massive, so cool. I love big pieces just because you never know what you can do with it. Speaking of big pieces, so this is another huge piece that you can mess around with. Let's just see what this looks like. We blow this all the way up. All right, here we go. There we go. Whoa, what the heck? It's invisible on one side. Oh my gosh, guys, that is a revelation right there. Like, look at that. That is actually pretty awesome. Wait, now I want to play around with this for a second. I mean, this looks like the X-Men symbol. Okay, so I've put the invisible side up. Oh my gosh, guys. This could be really cool for like some sort of a bridge, but it still has an outline on it. It's like there's a stroke on this whole thing. It actually looks really cool. Like, check this out. You can have the borders. That could be really cool for a map if you use this properly. Okay, now we're gonna check out the power plant prop gallery, which is this one right here. This is a cool new piece you can use for different designs. This could be like a cool pedestal or something. I wonder what happens if I put it flat on the ground and I blow it all the way up. That's pretty cool. We could size this down and make it connect the top like that. We could probably just go all the way up, make it like a triangle. I mean, that's pretty cool. That could be a cool rooftop even. If you're looking at it, if you're doing like a Dr. Seuss map or something like that, this could be a great piece. Ooh, we got some donuts here. Well, these are cool, but you can't jump on them, guys. So this is an interesting piece you might be able to use to troll people. This lamp is pretty cool. Dude, let's check this out on our wall here. So let's flip this on its side and let's just see what it looks like here in the wall. That's kind of cool. That might work for different things. Let's see if I push it in a little further. See, now we're talking. Now I feel like this can be used for different designs to make things look cool. You know what? I bet it would even look good with this piece on the wall with it. You know, that's starting to look like it could be something. I don't know, like a logo or a company, or I don't know. It just depends what you're looking for on your map, really. That's what I'm talking about, guys, here with these different props. Is, you know, how can you find the things, the combinations of props that are gonna work to make your map look cooler. See, now we've got something that looks, I don't know, maybe it's a flower, or it's like a metallic flower map or something. And then I blew it up here. So watch this, we could even do something where we can combine two of these together, where we just rotate it a little bit, like this. Dude, check that out. So now you got something that looks totally new and different. You know, that originally was a lamp, but now what is it? I don't know. I don't even know what it is, but it looks awesome. Whoa, what's happening there in the middle? That's awesome! So that is actually a really cool new piece that you might be able to use for something in your maps. Now I'm wanting to do that with the X-Men symbols. Dude, it looks really cool on the invisible side. What does it look like on the other side? All right, man, guys, see, now we're starting to really get some really cool different designs. That is awesome. See, what I'm talking about, guys, is you got to go and experiment with the different pieces, and you'll start to get ideas for maps. You might even get an idea for an entire map just off of one piece. This is a really cool new piece. Check this out. It's a, you know, like an electric box, but it has its own sound to it. You can hear the electricity on it. So that's actually really cool. So this is like, I don't know, some sort of a, I don't know what it is, but it looks awesome. We're gonna blow it up. Wow, now this is huge. You can like run under it and everything. Holy cow, this thing's massive. One thing that's interesting, when you blow it up, it doesn't have the sound anymore, versus right here, this has its own unique sound as well. But as soon as I made it bigger, it didn't have the sound anymore. But man, look how huge that is. Like, I'm so far away from that thing, and it's just massive. This is really cool, a really cool piece. I mean, that would just be awesome for a futuristic, you know, I don't know, dystopian looking type map. So those are all the different pieces here. Some lots of really cool new things to play around with. And like I said, guys, you know, as you're playing around with it, you never know what you're gonna create. You know, something like this just looks awesome, and it's totally unique, and we've never seen anything like that before in creative mode. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch my other videos with tips on how to build in creative mode, you can click right here. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and have an amazing day.